All right. Good morning, everybody. This is Dan with Ledger Support. Welcome back to this edition of Live Support. This time, hopefully, with no technical issues, but we'll see. Thank you so much for coming back, guys. Again, it's always a pleasure to provide support live. Cool. So, as usual, I'm here until 6 p.m. CET. So, if you guys have any questions, then please drop them in the chat. I'll go through each questions one by one, and I'll try my best to provide direct support with visual cues as well. So I'll be sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what's going on. So yeah, let's start. Before I start, actually, can you guys please give me like just a quick shout out in the chat? Just let me know if you can hear me okay, if the sound is good, if the audio is good, if the video is good as well. We had some issue with exposure last time, so I just want to make sure the quality is good before we start. And then we'll go through your questions, of course. Okay. So let me see. I can see questions in the chat. All right. So the first question is from Ricardo Brendao. How can I hold injective ing in my Ledger Nano S Plus? Okay, good question. So I will definitely show you how to do it. So when you have a question like that, so is my token XYZ supported in Ledger Live? There's two things you can do. First, you would want to go onto coin. So let me share my screen real quick here. You would like to go onto CoinMarketCap, and then you want to type your token. So in this case, ING, okay, so injective. And then let's say you want to know if it's supported on the Ethereum network. So what you want is the contract data that's here, okay, so the Ethereum. If you click here more, you can see that there's actually like this token can live on multiple different networks, but in this case, I'm guessing you're interested into knowing if it's supported on the Ethereum network. Okay. So you would copy the address here, and then next you would go into what we call at Ledger the CAL, which is the crypto asset list, which is the list of all the different tokens that are supported in the latest version of Ledger Live. And I insist, I'm only talking about the latest version of Ledger Live. Okay, you see this number at the top here. This is the version of Ledger Live, which is actually the latest version, right? And you can verify this by going to, if you go into Ledger Live, if you go into settings, help, about here, see, this is the latest version, so that's the version I'm interested in. Okay, so I'm in the crypto asset list here, and I want to grab the contract the contract address here to make sure. So again, make sure that this number matches the latest version of Ledger Live, and then you can click on the black space here, do Control F, and then drop this into do a search against this address. You can see here I'm getting a hit, which means that the token is supported on Ethereum. Okay, so if you send ING to your Ethereum account, then the token will be appearing in Ledger Live. If there is no result, this means that the token is not supported in Ledger Live, and you should not send the token. I mean, you can still send the token to your Ethereum account, but it will not appear in Ledger Live. Now, if you send a token that's not supported in Ledger Live to your Ledger account, then no big deal. Usually you're fine. The only issue is that the token is not going to be detected by Ledger Live, so you'll have to use something like Zerion, which is in the Discover section here. Okay, Zerion to access the token. Okay, so Zerion is a portfolio manager that's within Ledger Live, and it tends to support more tokens. So if there is a token that doesn't show in Ledger Live, maybe you'll be able to see it via Zerion. So here's a quick tip for you guys. So I hope that answered your question. Next question. So Jaden K. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Jaden. Hope you're okay. One big question: when official Ledger Live support for Arbitrum and Aptos? Okay, good question. So Arbitrum support is coming. So I know it's in development. I don't know exactly when it's going to be released and supporting Ledger Live. It's always difficult to give you timelines because that can change. All it takes is just one bug to push out the release date by a while sometimes. So I can't really tell you exactly when that's going to be supported. However, I can definitely tell you it's in the works. And also, if you want to access, if you want to send ARB tokens to your Ethereum account or a Arbitrum account, then you can totally do it by using MetaMask. So we actually have, if you go to the support page and you type Arbitrum here in the search bar, there is a Help Center article that explains how to store, so how to connect your Ledger device to MetaMask, how to connect MetaMask to Arbitrum, and then how to access your tokens on Arbitrum. So this is the workaround. Currently, there is also a video here that you can watch. This is the current workaround, but of course, eventually we'll have Arbitrum native support in Ledger Live, so you don't have to use MetaMask, and we'll also probably support a bunch of tokens as well. So stay tuned. Okay, next question. Still Jaytin, is it possible that a DApp or malicious, Aptos support? That one I will have to double check with the developers. I don't, so I do know that it is in the works as well. That being said, just keep in mind that again, Aptos is, there is an app that you can use in Ledger Live. So I'm gonna show it to you right now. So you can totally store APT tokens inside a Ledger account, but you will need a third-party wallet, I think. So I think, let me check, but I think the app is actually in developer mode. So you would have to go into experimental features, developer mode. I think it's there, but I don't want to say something wrong here, but I'm pretty sure the app is somewhere in developer mode. Yeah, here you go. See, the app is here in developer mode. So again, you have to go into settings, developer mode, experimental features, activate developer mode, and then you'll be able to find it here. Okay. The issue is like it's not supported in Ledger Live, so you'll have to use a third-party wallet. I think there's a few options for that. There should definitely be like some options in the Help Center. I think there is an article. Yeah, Petra. Yeah, so Petra is the wallet that you can use to store your Aptos. Again, perfectly safe. Don't worry about it. Petra doesn't have access to your coins. Okay, the private keys are in the wallet. They never get shared with the third-party application. Perfectly safe. Okie doke. Next one. Mr. Halawa. Good morning. Good morning. Next, Hayad Algazu. Hey, I'm asking for fees trading in Ledger. So Hayad, it really depends what you mean by fee trading. So Ledger is not a trading platform in the sense that it's not an exchange, so there is no order book per se. What you can do is you can always connect your Ledger device to a DEX, like on Solana, Orca, or on Ethereum, I don't know, Uniswap, Curve, those kind of things. And then you'll be able to trade on the DEX directly from your Ledger device. Now, there are options to swap in Ledger Live, okay? But those are powered by a third-party, by a third-party service. So that's also up to you if you want the third-party service to be in the middle of that transaction or not. Okay, so for example, Changely is a third-party service. Okay, so when you do a swap via Changely, what you're doing, you're sending coins to Changely. Changely has wallets in the other currency that you want, and then they'll send you back those coins. Okay, so that's what happens. Sometimes you get the decentralized options as well, but not for every pair. So something to keep in mind. Typically, if it's a transaction that involves one coin on one blockchain and another coin on a separate blockchain, like for example, Bitcoin to Ethereum, two separate blockchains, then you would need Changely in the middle because there is no decentralized cross-chain swap services that are integrated in Ledger Live yet. For example, ThorSwap, it's not integrated in Ledger Live just yet. But if you just want to swap a token just within the same chain and it's an EVM chain, like for example, Ethereum or Polygon, things like that, then you can use, I would recommend PairSwap, which is also in the Discover section, or you can use 1inch, that's also a DEX. Okay, so you have those options. Those are better if you put a premium onto decentralized swaps. Those options are best, in my opinion. Okay. Okay, next. SHA 0817. If someone were to steal my laptop with Ledger Live on it, would they be able to move all my crypto? The answer is no. Ledger Live doesn't store any crypto. The crypto is stored onto your Ledger device, okay? Actually, the crypto is not stored on the device per se. It's the private keys to the crypto that exist on the blockchain that are stored in your Ledger device. Now, the private keys are represented by your 24-word recovery phrase, okay, the one that you wrote down when you first initialized the device. You should never share your 24-word recovery phrase like I'm doing right now, because anyone with access to your 24-word recovery phrase will be able to copy your private keys onto their own device and then spend your funds. So that's why we keep telling you guys, never, never, never share your 24-word recovery phrase with anyone. There is tons of scammers on the internet that will try to trick you into sharing your 24-word recovery phrase. Maybe I can show you an example here. If I go into, so this is the legit support account, okay? That is, so you can tell it's the legit support account because it has the golden check mark. It's ledger_support, which is the genuine handle, sorry. And then it was joined in August 2019, which is the correct date. But if I go into my notification, what scammers love doing is they love retweeting our stuff to pretend that, you know, they're legit. So let me see if I can find a bunch here. I might not be able to find them, but yeah, here we go. So here, this user was kind enough to share a screenshot of fake Ledger employees, okay? And also on top of that, you get like a fake Ledger support account. You can see Ledger Live Chat, the handle is all over the place. It's live Ledger _. That's completely not us. And then you've got like fake Ledger employees. So basically anyone contacts you via DM on support on social media, asking you for your recovery phrase, is trying to scam you. They're just trying to get your coin. So be super, super careful, especially on social media. Okay. Back to the questions. So Pierre. Hi, may I know when Ledger extension will be available on Android? That's a good question, Pierre. I actually do not know. I can probably get this information for you, get back to you. You know what? What would be excellent is if you could just drop your question after this live is finished, okay? The comment section will open, and then if you could just paste your question into the comment section so I know where to find you when I have the answer and I can share it with you. Okay, so Shah, again, so yeah, no, Ledger Live, people will find your laptop with Ledger Live, they will not be able to take your crypto. They can only take your crypto if you give them your recovery phrase or if you give them your Ledger device with the PIN code. Those are the only two scenarios where they will be able to steal your crypto. 99% of crypto theft happen because the user is tricked into sharing the 24-word recovery phrase. Again, please don't let scammers, please guys, don't let scammers steal your recovery phrase. It's just too good a time to buy crypto because the prices are cheap. It's not a time to get scammed, okay? So please do it for me, do it for you. Do not share your 24-word recovery phrase. Okay, next. ATEC, hi Dan, when will Cadena app come? I don't know, ATEC. I'm sorry, it's very disappointing. I know every single time I keep repeating I don't know, but I really don't know. If you want to have more visibility, I would say maybe just join the Ledger Discord. So if you go on Google and type Ledger, open Discord, yeah, that's the one. This is our official Discord, so you can join, and a lot of developers are hanging out in our Discord. You might get better chance asking the question over there. Me personally, I don't know. I know it's in project, but I don't know how fast we'll be able to ship this this app. But when we do, we'll let people know on Twitter, 100%. So you can follow us on Twitter for updates, and we are at ledger_support. That's us with the golden check mark. By the way, guys, some scammers are trying to fake the golden check mark by using a sun, like a sunny emoji instead of a golden check mark. So that's again the kind of stuff that they try to do to steal your funds. Don't let them. Okay. Next. Okay, guys. Gifford, Shaw. Yeah, thank you guys for the feedback. You can hear me well. That's great. Banks King, Banks. Da, da, da. Okay, so next. Sugiv Shuker. Sorry, I'm butchering your name, I think, here. When will I be able to hold Arbitrum tokens like Magic and GMX on Ledger? So again, Shugiv, like you can already do it, but not in Ledger Live, but you can do it by connecting your Ledger device via MetaMask. And yeah, so you can access your Ledger Arbitrum account via MetaMask. We do have a Help Center article that can help you with that. Let me show it to you. So if you go on support.ledger.com, that's the Help Center, and you type Arbitrum, then you will be able to find this this tutorial here. It describes all the steps to connect your Ledger account to MetaMask and MetaMask to Arbitrum, and then store your coins. Okay. It's perfectly safe again, and this is just a very good workaround while we work on bringing Arbitrum to Ledger Live. Okay, next question. Again, guys, it's such a pleasure to have you show up for every single live session that we do. Always appreciate it, for sure. If you have any questions, you just join the chat, then go for it. Drop your question in the chat. I'll be happy to answer. Let me just give you a quick demo of what that would look like to connect your device to Arbitrum. So actually, let's see, like, let's say you connect you install MetaMask this way, okay? Then you would, let's say I'm on a normal MetaMask account, okay, not connected to my Ledger. Then I would have to go into Connect Hardware, select Ledger. Here, I just want to make sure my Ethereum app is open. Okay, it should say application is ready, just like that. Ethereum app again. And then you connect your device, boom. It spins, look for accounts. Here you'll get a list of accounts. You can keep the duration path as Ledger Live here. Unlock. And then you can go into, so here's your Ledger Ethereum account, but what you want is your Ledger Arbitrum account. So you need to connect MetaMask to Arbitrum. Easy peasy. You just open this menu here, click. So let's pretend it's not here, okay? Click Add Network, and then in the menu here, just click Add, Approve, switch to Arbitrum. Boom, Bob's your uncle. It's here in the menu, and now you connect it to your Arbitrum account. That's all. And then you can send ARB tokens to this account, perfectly safe. Okay, next. How can I see my Soul Stake rewards? Okay, from Agostino. All right, so let me show you how you can do it. So here's Ledger Live account. I'm gonna grab my Solana account. So first of all, your rewards accrue to this balance here, okay? But you don't see the breakdown. That's the issue. You won't see it here either, okay? What you see is the aggregate of your balance, but there is a way to have the breakdown of all the different rewards. So you would grab your address. So in my case, that would be this one, okay? By the way, it's not safe for me to copy paste from the transaction history. Typically, you would wanna use the receive button. Okay, it's just much safer. So anyway, grab your address, then go into Solana Beach. Yeah, you can go into the Solana Beach block Explorer here. You paste your address. boom. Here's my address, but imagine this is your address. Then you scroll down to stakes. Okay, click stakes. Those are my staking accounts. Okay, so they are sub accounts that are staking on behalf of my main account. Okay, but they are controlled by your ledger device as well. Then you would select one of your staking accounts. Okay, for example, this one. Then you scroll down and then you go into stake rewards and then you click stake rewards. After a while, the breakdown of all your rewards will appear here. Okay, it can take a while, so I'm just going to move on from your question here, but this is basically how you do it. And by the way, all those steps are explained in the Help Center. So if you go to again the Help Center support.ledger.com and you type Solana Beach. Let me check. Yeah, this article here, how to check your Solana Sol staking rewards. Solana Beach here. This article explains the steps that I just did. Okay, same thing. Let's see. See, it's still pending. Eventually, those rewards will show, but it can take a while. Okay. All right. Go back to the chat here. Next, Ariana. Can I update my firmware on my Ledger Nano X with an Android mobile device? I don't own a computer. Yes, you can. You can, absolutely. You'll need to connect your Ledger device with the cord that came into the box. And then you'll be able to update the firmware. You can only do it on Android, by the way. You can't do it on iOS yet because iOS devices will block the cord connection, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's the current situation. By the way, Agostino, here are the staking rewards. You can see it. See, that's the breakdown of all the staking rewards. And you can go stake account by stake account, just like that, okay? This is how you would do it. All right, next. Disciples of the Lord. Is it possible to trade the Nano X in for stacks, for example, a discount? Might be. I'm not sure because I'm not a shipping expert. I'm on a tech team. Do you know what? Disciples of the Lord, why don't you reach out to us via email and send us a ticket and ask you a question so we can connect you with the shipping team and we can organize. I can't promise that it's possible, but something tells me that we can probably find a way to make that happen. Now you might be wondering, how do I get in touch? Well, you go to support.ledger.com, okay? And then, so this is the Help Center. Oops, sorry. This is the website, this is the Help Center. You click the Contact Us button here, and then you click Start a New Conversation. You fill in the information. At the end of this flow, you'll get a 6-digit number, which you can share with me. Okay, you can just drop it in the chat. Or you can drop it in the comments later. So I'll pick it up and I'll get back to you tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Next. All right. Apple. Next question. I heard there is a way to add a 25th word to the passphrase. There seems to be a way to access the account using 2 different passwords to access 2 different accounts after adding the 25th passphrase. Yes, that is correct. The terminology that you're using, however, is not correct, Apple. The passphrase is the 25th word. Okay, the sentence or the phrase with the 24 words. Okay, this is the recovery phrase. If you add a 25th word to the recovery phrase, then the 25th word is the passphrase. And yes, you are correct that if you add a passphrase to a recovery phrase, what you do basically is create a totally different set of accounts, which you might call your secret accounts. And what you have now is 2 different pins. You have one pin that you choose that will unlock your normal accounts, and you've got a second pin that will unlock your secret accounts. And so you can just toggle, when you power the device, you can just unlock the device with one pin to access the regular accounts, or the other pin to access the secret accounts, and then you can choose whichever you want to interact with. By the way, there is documentation on the Help Center, as usual, that describes that. There is actually documentation on the... I'll show you the Help Center first, but there is a video as well that covers this topic. So here you go. You go on the Help Center, how to set up a passphrase, and you can watch this video here. It will teach you how to create secret accounts and how to create a second PIN for your device. Yes, and so the cool thing about a passphrase is if someone gets a hold of your 24-word recovery phrase but doesn't have the passphrase, they won't be able to access your secret accounts. So it's super secure, as long as you don't write the passphrase, on the flip side of your recovery phrase, write the passphrase. Ideally, you want to memorize it, so you don't want to make it too complicated. You can choose anything you want as passphrase. You can even include special characters, but ideally you want to be something not too simple, but also something not too complicated that you can forget it. Okay, so you want to make sure that you don't make it too crazy, and don't store the passphrase together with the recovery phrase. Otherwise, if someone gets the sheet, then they'll have access to both secret and regular accounts. I hope that answered your question here. All right, next, Glary. Can I use Ledger Live on a Chromebook? You can try, but I don't think it's gonna work. Chromebook are not officially supported. They're not officially supported by Ledger Live. The reason is because Chromebooks don't have a solid storage state. Everything is cloud-based, and Ledger Live wants to be installed on your computer. Maybe in the future, if we have Ledger Live into the cloud or Ledger Live into the browser, then you'll be able to use a Chromebook. But for now, Ledger Live wants to be installed on your computer and not in the cloud. So that's why it's not a good option, I would say. You can try to make it work, but I don't think it's gonna work. If you like the more portability, then you can install Ledger Live on your phone instead. That's a good option. Cool, guys. Let me know if I answer your question well. Okay, because I'm getting a lot of questions, but not a lot of feedback. So I hope this session is useful for you so far. Moving on, JCB. I'm about to migrate from Ledger Nano S to Ledger Nano S Plus. Is there anything needed to be done to the Ledger Live app, or I just leave it as is? Just the same, JC. Ledger Live app, you don't need to change. Just make sure that, let's say you've got, your old Nano. So you've got your old Nano S. Let me see if I think I've got more Nano here. There you go. So you've got your old Nano with its recovery phrase, right? All your accounts are actually tied to the recovery phrase, not to the Nano itself. So that's what matters, the recovery phrase. You get your Nano S Plus. What you do is you restore the recovery phrase into your Nano S Plus, and that's the only thing you have to do. Then you can connect your Nano S Plus to Ledger Live. Ledger Live will be able to recognize the same private keys in the accounts and let you send from those accounts. No further actions required. It's all good. Cool. Thanks. Thank you for the feedback, guys. I can see your comments here. Great. So keep the questions coming, guys. I really love doing those sessions, and I'm getting the technical aspect of those sessions right, so it's better experience for you as well. I've got a better setup here, so keep those questions coming. I'm here until 7 p.m. CET to answer everything, so go for it. Okay, next, Gifford Ware. Would you mind going over some competitive advantage Ledger has versus competition? Yes, absolutely. So I think Ledger Live is one big competitive advantage is the fact that it's broadly integrated into the whole Web3 ecosystem. So if you go to any app, any dApp, they all have a Ledger integration, which is not necessarily the case with, for example, Trezor or Cold Cards or like more niche hardware wallets. I think the second thing is all the services that we've built on top of Ledger. So like, for example, if you go on to Ledger Live, like there's a bunch of different third-party services that integrate with Ledger, with the Ledger platform that you can use. If you want to stake, there is Killing. If you want to, play or buy or trade NFTs, Ledger is integrated everywhere. And that's the big advantage that we have over the competition. I'm just going to drink some water. Apologies for this. I think the second advantage, and here I'm probably biased, but I do think we have the best customer service over Trezor. And again, not a knock on Trezor, because I used to, I've got a Trezor wallet as well. I think they're good wallets, but I do think that the customer service is much better at Ledger Support as well. Those kind of sessions, I don't think Trezor does those kind of sessions. Like, there is always a way to reach out to us, and not just by email. But we've got live chat, we've got those YouTube sessions, we've got Twitter AMAs, we've got, we provide a lot of extra content for you guys. And this is, for us, this is part of the continuous training for the user as well, and just stay in touch with you, the community as well, which is very, very important. So that's one of the big competitive advantages that Ledger has as well. And yeah. Okay. Next, Wendy, have faith. Hi, I'm having problems with my BSC coins on my mobile, sending them to an outside wallet. It will not go through the BSC scan. Have you got another way via mobile transfer? So Wendy, so I know what you're talking about. That's an issue that a lot of users have been having recently. Like, the transaction will not broadcast to Binance Smart Chain. It's an issue we're facing right now. So updating Ledger Live might help. So you definitely want to update the Ledger Live app. You might want to go back into the App Store or Google Play Store, and then manually update. Make sure you are on the latest version. If you are on Android, make sure as well to update the firmware and the app. That can also help. If the issue persists, though, then you will have, unfortunately, no choice but to use the desktop app, unfortunately. What else could I suggest for you? BSC. Yeah, I think for now, it's easier to, if you get this issue again and again, even after you update Ledger Live on mobile, it's best that you can create like a temporary instance of Ledger Live onto your desktop. Just do your transaction that way and see if it works better. I think that's the only decent workaround we have right now. Next, 3CDO pair. Does Ledger have any plan on adding Optimism and Arbitrum? Yes, we do. It's in the pipeline, and basically all the other layer 2s as well. So ZK Sync, Starknet when they launch, and so on and so forth. By the way, guys, ZK Sync just launched over the weekend. I think last Friday, possibly. Anyway, definitely a cool chain, and we have some documentation if you want to learn how to connect your ledger to ZK Sync, the chain. Definitely check out this Help Center article here that goes through all the steps. Not financial advice, but personally, I think if ZK Sync does a Arbitrum and then decide to do a token later on, after a year of running the chain, then definitely you might want to look into sending some funds to ZK Sync, and just in case to do an airdrop. Not financial advice again, but I think that's personally my strategy. Okay, next, Miss M Halawa. If XRP goes up, what should I do to cash out some profits on the Ledger Nano X? Okay, good question. So on the Ledger Nano X, unfortunately, there isn't much you can do to cash out of XRP, because the only sell option we have currently is to sell Bitcoin via Coinify. Okay, that's the only option we have. There is a second option to sell, where you can sell ETH for I think you can sell ETH for euros via a different app in there, and that's called Byte. Yeah, this one here. So you can sell ETH for euros or Swiss francs, but this is super niche. Probably not what you have in mind here. But yeah, so definitely I wouldn't tell you to cash out using Ledger. There is a more convoluted way to do it, where you would swap. You would use the swap feature to swap from XRP, from XRP to Bitcoin, and then cash out of Bitcoin. But the problem with that is you will get, you will pay a transaction fee here, and then you would probably pay a second transaction fee when you sell your Bitcoin. So I would not recommend this, to be honest. What I would recommend, however, at this point is just send your XRP back to an exchange, cash out, connect your bank account, traditional bank account, to the exchange and then withdraw the funds that way. I think that's the best option in terms of execution for now. In the future, we'll have more off-ramps, but for now, it's the best. It's the best way to do it. Okay, next, Adi Sanatan. Are Nano device apps showing install coins like TRX1, DOT1, ETH1? How can I remove one? Okay, cool question. Thanks for asking. It's pretty easy. You go into, let me see if I've got one of those accounts. Okay, so let's say you just install a Tron account and it says Tron1 or Tron2, okay? You want to rename it, you just click the account, and then you can use this little widget here just to rename the account. Or you can, there's a second way to do it. You would click the wrench icon here, account name, and then you can change the name to whatever you want, okay? And then you apply, and boom, it changes the name of the account. Crypto1 is just, TRX1, DOT1, ETH1, so on and so forth. It's just a generic name, default name that Ledger Live will give your account. It's particularly important to change the name of your account if you manage multiple Ledger devices with one instance of Ledger Live, because if you do, and those devices have different recovery phrases, then it becomes very confusing, like which device supports, controls which accounts. So what I would do is, like, let's say, for example, if you've got a Nano S and a Nano X, then you could create, you could call this account, like, for example, XRP Ledger Nano X, and the other account would be called XRP Ledger and Nano S Plus, for example, just to make it a little tidier and easier to navigate. Okay. Okie doke. Next, Alphonse. How to know our wallet is safe? Even I buy on web and do not tell people or save it on phone. Is there any way to know that my wallet is safe? Yeah, so Alphonse, it's very easy. Your account is safe as long as your recovery phrase is safe. It's really basic, but that's the ground truth of using a Ledger device, okay? The device itself, unless the person has access to the PIN code, in which case they can access your accounts, but if they don't, then the device will reset and wipe the private keys after 3 attempts. So, if you have a strong PIN code, you don't have to worry about it. But if someone gets your device and they don't have the PIN code, most likely the device will reset in their hands, and then it will just be a bricked device or like a new device that's not really useful. Same if they steal your laptop and Ledger Live is in your laptop, then Ledger Live doesn't hold your coins, so there's no issues there as well. The only problem is if someone steals your recovery phrase. Okay, this phrase, which you should never share with anyone. Okay, this phrase, the recovery phrase, and I can actually show you this one because it doesn't hold any funds, but you definitely should not do it. This phrase is actually all your private keys. Okay. So those are all the private keys to all your accounts that are secured by your device. If you share this private key, the person that gets the private key, the recovery phrase, right, will be able to take your recovery phrase, seed your private phrase, your recovery phrase into their own device, and then steal your funds that way. They don't even need your device. Okay, so again, you should definitely make sure to secure your recovery phrase. In terms of like general OPSEC, just make sure you don't tell people you have crypto. That's just the easiest way. You can talk about crypto, but just don't talk about your crypto, okay? Because you might get into dicey situations. Again, it's possible to tell people that you are interested in crypto and you can have a pleasant conversation about crypto in general with people, but I would definitely not tell strangers how much crypto you own or show them your accounts or your NFTs or so on, because you never know what they're going to do with this information. You might put a target on yourself. I've heard too many stories of people getting kidnapped, getting abducted, because all it takes is like one crazy person to think that you have crypto and a lot of crypto to devise some crazy plans to kidnap you and just, try to make you split your coins. So definitely do not talk about your crypto, especially to strangers, okay? Next, Vito. Which ledger comes out with a card-based wallet? Tap and go. Yes, we have a ledger card, but it's not a fully decentralized product. It's like a hybrid card crypto thing. So maybe that's not what you have in mind. But I think in the future, with stacks, that's pretty much the user experience that we are trying to go for. So stay tuned. Okay. Next. Cobra Kev G. Is a Nano S still worth purchasing after it's been discontinued? Will its firmware also be updated? Cobra, no, it's not worth it. I would not go for Nano S at this point. First, the UX is not as good as Nano S Plus. And we are not looking at releasing any new version of the firmware anytime soon, if ever. Okay, so at this point, the product has been discontinued. I would be very surprised if a new version of the firmware gets released ever. Just go directly for Nano S Plus. It's so much better, man. Like, I used to use a Nano S, right? For many years, I used the Nano S, and I was like, okay, I love my Nano S. I don't want anything else than my Nano S. Well, then I upgraded to Nano S Plus. When it was released, I was like, okay, I'm a fool. I much prefer the Nano S Plus. It's so much better. So go directly for Nano S Plus. That's my suggestion. Okay, next, Agostino. Sorry if this has been answered already. This is my first time here. How do we know when you guys are doing this live? Looks very helpful. Thank you for all the work and support. Yeah, that's a good question. So, yes, the way you can, there is actually a schedule, and the schedule is on our YouTube page here. So if you go to @ledger, if you go to the live section here, there will always be a video that's upcoming. Okay, so you see here, like so tomorrow, Felix, who's another agent, will do a live onboarding session where you can also ask questions just like this one. Okay, so this is your landing page for all the different live events, and some of them are done by the US team, some of them are done by the EU team, which is me and Felix, and so on and so forth. So they're always going to be an event for you guys to attend. Okay, we've got two types of events: live support, which is this one, live onboarding, where we go through how to set up a device, best practices to get started and things like that. Those are super useful especially for beginners. And if you have friends that just got the Ledger device, then definitely that is a must attend event. Another way you can know our schedule is to just go on the help center, so support.ledger.com here, and you would just type AMA, and there is a schedule that's available here. Sometimes it changes a little bit, but if you're in doubt, then always go to the landing page here. Okay. All right, next. Shaw, thank you so much. Yeah, no worries, man. Gary, I purchased a Ledger Stacks on February the 2nd, has not arrived yet. When can I expect to see it? I don't know, Gary. I think within, you should get an email. So you probably get an email from Ian Rogers, our Chief Experience Officer, saying that this will be delayed because we just want to make sure the product is tip-top. I also got the email because I'm also waiting for my own stacks. So I was also disappointed, but I also understand that the reason why they did this is also because they want the product to be really good, and that's the reason why they've been delayed. That being said, depending on when you pre-ordered, you will get an email telling you like in which batch your device is going to be shipped. So you should be able to receive this email within maybe a couple months. I'm not really sure, to be honest, but what's sure is like Ledger will not ship devices until we're 100% sure that the device are good. We don't want to rush the release and and just disappoint you guys. So this is super important for us. Okay, we just want to nail the product so you get something good in your hands. Ron Hartz, welcome back, Ron. I know you attend a lot of a session. I wanted to check my recovery phrase and restore with recovery phrase, but still not able to send or swap. Also, did you answer the guy asking about using Chromebook? Yes, so Ron, I answered the guy asking about using Chromebook, so it's not supported. Chromebook don't support Ledger Live because Ledger Live needs to be installed on your computer in the hard drive, right, the SSD. But Chromebooks don't really have local storage. They put everything on the cloud, and so Ledger Live doesn't like to be on the cloud. He wants to be on your device. So not supported. Regarding, like, you wanted to check your recovery phrase and restore with recovery phrase, but still not able to send a swap. Can you be more specific? What's happening? Are you getting like a are you getting this error? Let me show you. Are you getting a wrong private key errors? So what I mean by that is this. Let me scroll down here. If you're getting this error here, something went wrong, please check that your hardware wallet is set up with the recovery phrase or passphrase associated with the selected account. This means that you have the wrong private recovery phrase in your device. So the device probably has generated a new recovery phrase. So that means it has different private keys, and the private keys that secure your account are on a different recovery phrase. So you just need to reset the account, the device, grab the old recovery phrase, put the old recovery phrase into the device, and then try to access your accounts. That should help you. There is a help center article here. Yeah, here you go. This one should help you here. Restore your Ledger account with your recovery phrase. But if the issue you're getting again is like something went wrong private keys, then you 100% have the wrong recovery phrase in your device. Okay, next, Disciples of the Lord. Is it possible to trade? Okay, so I answered this question already. Reach out to us, send us an email, ledger, support.ledger.com. There is a contact us button in this area. It's hidden behind, it's hidden behind my camera here, but send us an email and we'll see mention my name in the email. I'll see what I can do for you. I can't promise for sure, but I think I should be able to work something out for you. All right, guys. So next, Rohit Gupta. You provided damaged Ledger hardware wallet, and then you mailed me that you will send new Ledger hardware. Haven't received any updates. Case ID. Okay. All right. So I apologize, Rohit. Let me grab your ticket here, and I'll get back to you tomorrow morning once I've had a update from the shipping team. Again, I don't deal with shipping cases immediately, directly, but I can check that on my side. So apologies for that. We're getting a lot of tickets. I know it's not an excuse, but that's the reason why the updates are slow to come back. But I will definitely check that with the team and get back to you tomorrow. Ron Hart, I tried using Chromebook, can't find the barcode to sync with the phone. Yeah, it's Ron. It's just not Chromebook shouldn't really work. I would suggest just a normal laptop, or just use a mobile or desktop. Just a normal desktop. Much better experience for you, I think. Okay, next. Pluto. My Ledger Live isn't updating automatically. I'm on Linux Cinnamon 21.1. I'm having to download the file for every new version. Okay, so I use Ubuntu myself, so I'm not familiar with Cinnamon, but I'm happy to look into this, Pluto. So Pluto, if you could send us an email, support.ledger.com, and you can mention my name, okay? So you go to the support.ledger.com here. Open a ticket here via the contact us button, which it's hidden behind my camera here, but there is a contact us button down there. Open the ticket and then drop the ticket number in the chat so I can take a look. I'll try to help you out. That being said, there is I don't know if that will be useful necessarily, but there is a help center article here that deals with Linux installations. But again, I wrote this article on Ubuntu, and that works pretty well. So I don't know, maybe that's a quirk of Cinnamon. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Jesse, need help with bridging my ledger to multi-chain wallet on Phantom. It's only set up for Sol. Okay, Jesse, actually, I was thinking of writing a Help Center article about this very topic, so just, stay tuned, and we'll probably release the article tomorrow on the Help Center. So what you can do is just follow us on Twitter, okay, at ledger_support. And once the article is ready, we'll probably communicate about that. You can probably expect the article tomorrow. Okay, guys. So I've got I've got 10 more minutes, let's say. I'm really gonna try to make it through the whole backlog. Thank you again, guys, for. Yeah, Pluto. If you have a ticket number, please share the ticket number. There should be 6-digit ticket number. Just drop it in the chat so I can pick it up, and I'll get back to you tomorrow. Okay. And Legend and OS is discontinued. Yeah, that's correct. The word we use is sunset, which means that we are not going to release new firmware for the time being, if ever. So definitely, I would say, update to an NOS Plus if you can, or it's still safe to use an NOS. I still use mine, to be honest, but like if you can, update to an NOS Plus. By the way, we give discounts for people that want to update from an NOS to an NOS Plus. You can get a discount. You just need to let me know, and I can give you a reduction code so you can upgrade. Cool. All right. Ariana, thanks for answering my question. I appreciate your time and help. You're welcome. That's why I'm here, and appreciate your appreciation. And this is why we're doing those sessions. So thank you, and come back tomorrow. We'll have a second session. Agostino, you answered my question perfectly. Thank you so much, Dan. Your rule. Yeah, thank you, mate. Always appreciate it. Rohit, very disappointed by your level of commitment. Solve my problem ASAP, or else let me know that you don't want to exchange your damaged product. Wasted my money. Rohit, again, apologies for that. I'll definitely. I've got your ticket number. I will definitely sync with the shipping team here to make sure that you will get, see what solution we can get for you here. Pluto, how did you get Sol on your ledger? I can't swap my BTC to Sol. So I wouldn't. Okay, so yes, you can if you want swap it. Actually, I don't even know if you can swap BTC to Sol. I don't even know if that's supported. No, it's not supported here. So okay, so that's not how you would do it. Keep your BTC. What you can do instead, you can go in Ledger Live. Okay, add an account. Add type Sol. All right, then follow the instruction on the screen, and with your device, you will install a Sol account. Okay. So you go through the process of adding your Sol accounts. Okay. So I'm not gonna do the whole process because it can be pretty long to synchronize. So let's say you go through the process, okay, and then once you're done, you will have a Solana account, which will be empty. So let's say this is your empty Solana account. Then you click buy, and then you select a provider, for example, MoonPay. But you can also, so let's say, for example, you are in the US, then you want to buy Solana. Boom. Oops, sorry. You want to buy Solana. There you go, Solana Ledger. And then let's say you want to buy 200 euros. You confirm the amounts. Then you're in the US. You want to buy with Visa card or ICH or whatever. And then this flow will actually give you options to buy Sol. Now, what I would suggest is don't buy right now because we have a promotion upcoming on Thursday called Happy Buy Day, where you'll be able to buy for 0 processing fees. So MoonPay and other providers actually will reduce this price, so you will get a much better price and exchange rate. So, for example, last week I bought some Bitcoin with MoonPay and I got exactly what I spent. So I bought 200 euros of Bitcoin via MoonPay. I got 200 euros of Bitcoin in my wallet. No fees at all. That was a very sweet experience, and that starts at 4 p.m. CT on Thursday. It's called Happy Buy Day. again, 4 p.m. CT until Friday, 4 p.m. CT. MoonPay is not the only provider, just to be fair. A lot of them had good prices, but I selected MoonPay for my transaction. Okay, next. Austin, a lot of XRP XLM talk. What is that? Something big expected. I know that there's been a lot of noise about the SEC, the pending SEC case against XRP, against Ripple. Sorry. So I don't know what's going to be decided here. I don't think it's going to have any impact on us because we are in a different jurisdiction, right? The SEC doesn't have jurisdiction in France. That being said, so yeah, don't worry, we'll keep XRP listed on Ledger Live for sure. That being said, like definitely the XRP community has been targeted targeted a lot by scams, and that's one of the reasons why we pushed this tweet on the Ledger Support, because we're just so horrified by seeing how many people got scammed, right? So we tweeted this thread on targeting the XRP community specifically, like just warning them against all the different scams and ways that scammers will try to steal recovery phrase. So it's a great thread. Do take a look at it, if you have time, and share it with your friends if they have XRP, because I find that a lot of folks in your XRP community are sometimes on the older side, and so they're a little more vulnerable, and scammers will try to take advantage of that. Unfortunately, they are very vicious people in the world. Agostino, hey Dan, where can we find your social ads? So I don't have I have a social myself, but I'm not gonna, because I'm in the capacity of Ledger right now, so I cannot shield my own social. So I would say, if you have any questions, do reach out to us on Ledger Support. Okay, this is the way where you can get support. I'm also active on the account. I tweet a lot from the account. So again, that's at Ledger_support. That's us with the golden check mark, and we joined on August 2019. Be careful with scammers. A lot of scammers on Twitter. Now that being said, I'm also on social, like a lot on Twitter. Not only on Twitter but also on YouTube. So you can catch me, every week doing those AMAs. Not just me as well. The whole support team is pitching in. Okay. Let me see. So run hearts. Then I'm not sure which recovery phrase is legitimate. I tried them all. They all say the device is set. So they all legitimate. Yeah, they all legitimate your recovery phrase, but you'll have to go through this cycle of resetting the device, punching the phrase into the device, try your account, see if that works or not. If it doesn't work, then reset the account again, punch the phrase number 2 into the device, try again, and so on and so forth until you find the phrase that unlocks the accounts. That's the only solution here. That's the only solution until you find the correct recovery phrase. Just so you know, never type the phrase into the app itself. If the app is asking you for the recovery phrase, it's a fake app, it's a scam. Please do not fall for it. But if in the other case, then you don't have any other option than just cycling all your recovery phrases into the device and see which one works. By the way, Ron, if you have any issue, open a ticket, mention my name, and share the ticket ID so I can give you some help as well. Okay, guys. So 5 more minutes. Jerry, check. Can my friend register his Ledger Nano S without a laptop? He doesn't have a laptop, but bought a Nano S. Can he do it without showing on my Ledger Live? He doesn't know how. Yeah, he can do it. Without a laptop, yeah, you can do it with a phone, but only on Android. iPhones don't support cord connection because of the Lightning port restrictions. But you can connect your Ledger Nano S Plus to a Android phone via the cord and create your accounts that way by using the Ledger Live mobile app. Jerry, I mean, can my friend set up his ledger now on my laptop where he will not see the amount of my crypto? Yeah, you can do this as well, Jerry. So I'll show you how to do it. You would go into Ledger Live. So you have two options. You could remove your account temporarily and then re-add your account later. So you would go into, for example, this account, for example, then you edit, remove from portfolio, confirm, like you remove all your accounts until nothing is left. And then your friends will set up his account, his Ledger device, whatever. And then once it's done, then you can remove his accounts and then re-add your accounts with your device. You can do that. That's the long way to do it. Another way is just to do like the toggle. You can just toggle the discrete mode here. You can see like all the balances are gone. And yeah, this is just another way to keep privacy here. Of course, your friend will still be able to know how many accounts you have. So it's less private than just removing everything and re-adding everything later. But it's just easier to set up, right? This way. Okie doke. All right, a few more questions. Roddy Pooh. When XDC network support? No idea, man. It's I don't think we have a clear roadmap for integrating XDC in Ledger Live. That being said, you can already secure XDC coins into your Ledger device. You just have to connect via my Ether wallet. Cobra, thank you, Dan. Yeah, no worries, Cobra. Hope that answered your question. Ron, what if I have 3 recovery phrases but all accepted as genuine? Yeah, that's normal, Ron. So all your phrases are genuine, right? They're all genuine as far as your device is concerned. They're all correct, but only one secures your accounts that are locked. Only one of them, because each recovery phrase represents a different set of private keys. So the game here, or the frustrating game, is to find which recovery phrase, aka which set of private keys, secure your accounts. That's what you have to do. We can't do it for you, of course, because we don't have access to your recovery phrase. So you're the only person that can do it. Wendy Faith, thank you. Yeah, no worries, Wendy. Lori, can I send my Polygon from Uphold to Ledger? Yes, I think you can, but make sure that you select the correct network. So you have to provide the correct address, but also Uphold will ask you which network you want to use. Ideally, you want to select the Polygon network. If Uphold only supports the Ethereum network, then your Matic will actually go into your Ethereum account, which is not a big deal. Okay, it's fine to have your Matic in your Ethereum account, but maybe that's not where you want your Matic to be. You see here, I've got an Ethereum account with some Matic here, and that's fine to keep them here, but maybe you want your Matic in your Polygon accounts, in which case you have to provide, again, the ledger address provided by Ledger Live, okay? But also you have to specify the network. And then it depends if Uphold supports the Polygon network or not, if that makes sense. Okay, let me just... Jerry, thank you very much. Yeah, no worries. Answers my question. Okay, great. Ron, yeah, God's best friend. Yeah, thank you for the blessing, Ron. Yeah, take care of yourself as well. Let us know if you have any issue with the recovery phrase. Like just send us a ticket so we can follow up. But again, go through the phrases and try them all. And again, do not type your phrase into an app. Okay, it's only on the device. Okay, next. Crypto Elite. Can I store DAG Constellation on the ledger? No, you can't right now. The issue is not the app, because there is a Constellation DAG app that's available in Ledger. So let me show you. But there is no third-party wallets that are compatible, at least not that I know of. So yes, you can theoretically create a Ledger Constellation account, but there is no third-party wallet that will let you create the account. So it's kind of useless right now until one such third-party wallet gets activated. Now, that being said, if you want to download the DAG app, you'll have to enable. Oh wait, I think it's gone. Interesting. Let me check again. I do think the app is somewhere in Ledger Live here. But again, the app means that you can download it on your device, but it doesn't mean Ledger Live support yet, right? Constellation here. See, the app is available, but there is no, you cannot create a Constellation account in Ledger Live yet. You'll have to use a third-party wallet, but the problem is there is no compatible third-party wallet right now, so it's not doable. Yep. Soon, I think the Constellation community will soon create those wallets. Okay, let me check. Mr. Dino, good morning. Hey, good morning. I have a question for Tectonic. On the list says, I wonder if it will be running on Chronos network. Will there be an update for that? Tectonic. Okay, let me check real quick what you mean by that. Tectonic, yeah. I'm assuming it's a coin. I'm assuming this is the coin you're talking about, but again, I'm not sure. So, okay, so that's probably the coin you're talking about. So Tectonic, so it's on Chronos, you're correct. So grab the address. That's the crypto asset list. Let me see if it's supported. No, it's not supported. That's the reason why you don't see it in Ledger Live. So it's not supported in Ledger Live. That's the reason why. So, you know, right now you can just use MetaMask instead to access this balance, but it's not supported in Ledger Live. Maybe in the future it will be listed in Ledger Live, but yeah, it doesn't mean you can't send your Tectonic coins to your Chronos, your Ledger Chronos account. It's just that you won't be able to see it in Ledger Live. That's all. Okay, all right, guys. So I'm gonna have to go because it's the end of my shift. Saji Mantri, can I deposit cash into my Ledger account? No, you can't. You can deposit stable coins, so crypto representation of dollars or euros or things like that, but not like cash the way you think about it, like bank cash. That's not doable. Okay, Jerry, I have only 3 Ledger Nano S. Do I have to get Nano S Plus? For how long are you going to support Nano S with updated firmware? Jerry, like, I don't think this, so the firmware is, you know, the current firmware is probably the last firmware we'll ever release for the Nano S, unless there is some, you know, very big security issues that we realize with the current firmware and we have to update it, but I seriously doubt it. It's a tested product at this point. So this is probably the last firmware we'll release for the Nano S. And yes, I would suggest to, you know, update to Nano S Plus. Again, submit a ticket if you want to upgrade from a Nano S to a Nano S Plus, that we can fix you up with a discount code. All right, next, Ariana, thank you for your time. Great chat. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed the chat. And Crypto Elite, thank you very much. Yeah, no worries, mate. And I think that's it, guys. I think we made it to the end of the backlog. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it here. Again, that was a pleasure to have you here as usual. All right, so next events to look forward to. Tomorrow we'll have Felix doing an onboarding at so 1:30 a.m. Pacific. Wait a second. No, that's not true. So no, that's a session. That's the next live onboarding session will be hosted by the US team on Wednesday. Okay, so Wednesday. No. So that's, sorry, that's Tuesday for them, but that's Wednesday for us. Okay, I think. Now, if you wanna, you know what, the best actually. I'm talking nonsense right now. Go on to Ledger Support, okay, and check out the schedule. Okay, that's probably the best way to know when the next live support session will be organized. And once I'm done with this session, I will schedule the next one as well. So you can also sign up for notification. Okay. And that being said, thank you very much, guys. I hope you had a great time watching the live. We'll see you next time. And take care. Please don't share your 24-hour recovery phrase with anyone. Take care and have a good day. Bye.